The original idea for the museum came from Coach Bryant. He wanted all his players and coaches to be honored in one place, and he thought it would be in the Coliseum with the pictures and the names of the teams up on the wall, starting with the first team in 1945 through his last team here at Alabama. And as they started working on it, some of the coaches and the administrators said, "Coach, we can do more than that." So the museum kind of grew out of that idea. We start with the first team in 1892, go all the way through the national championship of last year right here behind us.
What do you think is the most popular exhibits in the museum? What do people flock to most?
People are attracted to really the time that they grew up in. So somebody like me is more attracted to the 70s. People of your age are more to the current things. So people kind of find their moment in time. And the great thing I like to see is people talking to their kids or their grandkids about what they remember from Coach Bryant's days, or what they've been told about the teams from the 30s and the 40s. So it's a great learning lesson, a great family opportunity here at the museum, we think.
Could you name some of the items that are in the collection overall from Coach Bryant's days and back in even to now?
Well, one of the big things we have here in the collection, and many of those are on display, are trophies and items from the championships, not only national championships, SEC, individual awards here. We have some special items like crystal reproduction of Coach Bryant's trademark houndstooth hat, which is very special. And I like that we have several original artworks here in the museum. I think we have 11 or 12 on display right now that are original artworks that are donated to the museum. And there are a lot of things that mark moments in time, lots of video, lots of audio. So things from the collection being used is very important to us.
For you personally, what is your favorite piece in the entire collection?
If I had to pick one single piece, I think it's the sack painting, which is right over our shoulder here. I think it's my one single favorite items. But overall, I like the variety of things that we have. We got things from different eras throughout the Alabama football history.
When you talk about game days, how does it feel when you see people bring in their families and kids look at the collection? How does that reflect on the university? How do you think people feel about this collection?
Well, game days are very special here at the museum. It's our biggest days, attendance-wise, by far. Depending on who the opponent is, the time of day, and the weather, 1,500 is a slow day on game day. We've had as many as 5,000. A-Day is one of our biggest days. So see family groups in the museum, seeing that people passing the history of Alabama football on to the next generation is very pleasing to us. And to see the visiting teams come in and the respect that the visiting fans have for Alabama is very important to us.
You also mentioned the archives you have with coaches' tapes and things like that. Could you discuss those archives that you also have?
Yeah, we also have a collection side to the museum. We have about 15,000 films and video, over 100,000 photographs, things like helmets and jerseys and shoulder pads that people might think of normally in our collection. A lot of it is paper, things like statistics and those kind of things. Coach Bryant's grades from the games that he played, the scouting reports from his era, about 6,000 books. So a lot of that material is used by writers, by the media. Any footage you see on TV that's more than a couple years old was more than likely provided by our staff here at the museum. Almost every book, almost every author, almost every painter comes here to start their projects.